Welcome back to History 365. Today is the 20th of January, a day when representative government took shape, presidential power found a new rhythm, and a long international crisis finally came to an end. Let's dive in. We begin in 1265 when England takes a step towards Parliament. At this time, royal authority dominated political life, and ordinary people had no formal voice in national decision-making. After years of civil conflict between the monarchy and rebellious nobles, Simon de Montfort, a powerful baron, took control of the government. On this day, he summoned an unprecedented assembly in London. For the first time in English history, the gathering included elected representatives from towns and counties. Alongside nobles and church leaders, these representatives were invited to approve taxation and advise on governance, a revolutionary idea for its time. Although de Montfort was defeated and killed later that year, the concept he introduced survived. Future English kings repeatedly called similar assemblies, gradually shaping what became Parliament. This was not democracy as we know it, but it was the first clear step toward representative government. Next, we move to the 20th of January, 1937. In Washington, D.C. On this day, Franklin D. Roosevelt was sworn in for his second term as President of the United States. This inauguration marked a major constitutional change. For the first time, a U.S. president took office on the 20th of January instead of March. The shift followed the 20th Amendment, created to shorten the long lame duck period between elections and leadership transitions. In an era of economic crisis and rising global threats, the United States needed faster continuity of power. From this moment onward, the 20th of January became permanently linked with American presidential authority. Finally, we move to the 20th of January, 1981. For 444 days, 52 American diplomats and citizens had been held captive in Iran. They were seized in 1979 by Iranian revolutionary students who supported the newly established Islamic Republic. The captors accused the United States of backing Iran's former monarch Mohammad Reza Pahlavi and demanded his return for trial, along with an end to U.S. interference in Iranian affairs. The crisis humiliated the United States and paralyzed President Jimmy Carter's administration. On this day, minutes after Ronald Reagan was sworn in as president, the hostages were released. The timing was deliberate. Iran wanted to deny Carter any political victory and signal strength to the incoming administration. Behind the scenes, negotiations had already secured frozen Iranian assets and guarantees of non-interference. The release ended one of the most damaging diplomatic crises of the Cold War era. Relations remained tense, but a long, painful chapter finally closed. That's everything that happened on the 20th of January. If you enjoyed the journey, like, subscribe, and stay with History 365, because every single day, the past still has something to say. See you tomorrow.